Kevin, are you planning on voting in the upcoming presidential election?
Yeah, I am.
What is your primary news source?
The Young Turks.
Are you aware that the Young Turks is typically identified as having a liberal bias?
Yeah, I'm liberal, so I watch it for that reason.
Do you identify yourself with a particular political party?
Yeah, I'm a Democrat.
Well, with the upcoming election, I just wanted to talk to some of my friends and get a vibe on what they're doing for news sources and make sure they're aware of political bias in news. For instance, there are different types of biases, such as story selection, which is where news outlets can morph or just completely remove a certain story from how they choose to project a certain news topic. So here's a pamphlet that me and Tyler created. It has lots of good information and statistics and methods on how you can avoid political bias in the media. So I want you to take this with you and keep it in mind as the election proceeds.
Thank you.
Are you planning on voting in the upcoming presidential or primary election?
Yes.
What would you say is your primary television news source?
CNN.
Are you aware that that's typically addressed as a liberal news source?
Yes, I'm aware, but I don't know how much of an impact it truly has.
Do you identify yourself with a particular political party?
Yes, I would consider myself a part of the Democratic Party.
To wrap this meeting up, I want to leave you with this pamphlet. It has some ways for you to avoid political bias and falling into traps that media typically tend to try to get people to fall into. So here you go. Got some nice statistics in there. Hope you find that useful.
Oh, wow.
With the upcoming election and the coverage on the candidates, I just wanted to inform my family and friends of some biases and ways they can spot biases in the media. So first, different types of biases are omission selective. So it means some details are left out on purpose. A headline bias would be the title summarizes the story and it can convey misleading information. And then watch out for word choice, especially when talking about candidates. And questions to ask yourself when listening to news stories that you can always do to make sure it's a fair story would be, is there a lack of context? What kind of language is used? Who are the sources and who is reporting the news?
Do you plan on voting in the upcoming election?
Yes.
Where do you get most of your news from?
Fox News.
Are you aware that Fox News is typically seen as having a conservative slant in their reporting?
No.
Alright, so here I have this pamphlet. It describes how to spot bias and what to look for, what kind of questions to ask when selecting a source, and it also includes the different types of biases such as omission, headline bias, word choice and tone, source selection, and story selection. So take this and keep this in mind next time you get news.